Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are saying goodbye to our current app, Madden NFL Mobile Football, which is the official name of it. The app will no longer be relevant in a couple of days when the new app is launched. Obviously, it's already in the app stores. If you haven't pre-ordered it, make sure you pre-order it. But what I want to do in this video is kind of give a goodbye or a send-off for the application that we've been playing for 6 years, Madden NFL Mobile Football. This has been my favorite game ever. I'm not sure if anything's going to ever top it. It's pretty much the main game that I've ever played. But what I want to do in this video is kind of look back at some memorable things from the past, kind of my stuff on my accounts, my main account in the past 6 seasons, and kind of just take a look back and, you know, kind of remember this app for how great it was at times and how not so great it was at times. But that's pretty much going to be the video, and I do want to have kind of a second video like this. It's going to be mainly just an overlook or like a review of my current year, and you'll see I kind of left off a bit at the end, but I'll talk about that when we get there. So let's kick things off. The first year of Madden NFL Mobile Football was Madden Mobile 15. Had Richard Sherman on the cover, looked just like this. I did play during this year, but I really had no clue what I was doing. I really have no documentation of it, and I don't believe I even know what account I was on. I'm pretty sure it was a guest account on a different device than what I have now. And once I started playing the Madden Mobile 16, I lost track of where that account was. I did play not really much. So we're just going to say it was a year with a lot of glitches, a lot of kind of things you could take advantage of in the game. If you played back then, you definitely remember a lot of them. I don't, but I've heard about a lot of them. So that was kind of the most notable thing about this year, is that it was kind of crazy with all of the, glitches and stuff that were happening, but it was fun. And this is one of the best years of MM that there was. Next is the best year of Madden Mobile. Madden Mobile 16 with Odell on the cover making that one-handed catch that he made against the Giants. This was my favorite year of Madden Mobile. It was most people's favorite year. Most people believe that this is the best year. I think is the best year. And I do have some screenshots from here kind of showing some things that were in this season. First off, I thought I would throw this in here. Dre Archer. If you don't know who Dre Archer is, what you need to know is that he was a card in the game back in Madden Mobile 16. I think he was there in 17 as well, but I'm not sure. He's not in the game anymore. He was a 64 silver. I forget exactly, but I want to say his 64 had 96 speed. It had something in the high 90s. It was insane. This is the all-time greatest budget beast in the history of Madden Mobile. He had a 70, and he also had an 85 overall gold card. Remember when golds went up to 84, they were actually 85s and an 87. I found a screenshot when I was looking through my old pictures. There was an 87 overall gold player. Aside from this, I wanted to toss this in here. This was my first ever Legends pull. It was out of an Ultimate Freeze pack. I pulled 92 Dante Culpepper. Beautiful looking card, and just thought I would throw that in there. Golden tickets. Those were a thing. I don't recall which years did what. I don't remember if Mobile had their own golden tickets where there were actually golden tickets in packs and people within Mobile decided them, or if they were the same as console. I'm not 100% sure, but we did have golden tickets in the game. After that, we got some of the best players in the game. 99 overall domination Rob Gronkowski right there. He was on my legacy team, I'm pretty sure. If you remember domination, you remember. If you don't, basically once a week, there was a really expensive live event that you played, and you had to get 10 unique collectibles to get the 99 overall domination player, which was Rob Gronkowski in MM16. Then they also did Gridiron, which was basically the same thing, but a little bit different. The player in MM16 was 99 JJ Watt. And then, of course, the Mobile Master 99 Odell Beckham Jr. with the player boost. We used to have player boost. We don't have those anymore. Player stat boost, +5 catching, +5 awareness on the Odell, +5 tackle, +2% experience from the J.J. Watt, +5 strength, and +2% coins from Gronk right there. After that, my legacy team, you can take a look right here. I was a 99 overall. I got to prestige level 46. The max level was prestige level 50, which is level 100. There were 100 levels. I had a 101 offense that you can see right here, Steve Young. And you can see I have the Gronk, I have the Odell on my legacy team. And then we had a 98 defense with that J.J. Watt there. We had a Sean Taylor, because you got to have a Sean Taylor on the team if you can get one. And then a 93 special teams. And that Brett Kern that you see right there, 92 overall punter, that is the 87 overall gold card, but it gets boosted up 5 overalls by all of the player boosts throughout the rest of the lineup. And then I believe I have a season score screenshot as well. You can see my progress on season score right there. I had 17 packs earned. Then on to Madden Mobile 17. Rob Gronkowski, the cover athlete. I loved this year as well. It wasn't as good as 16. It wasn't as good as 15. It wasn't as good as 18 or 20. But it was still a good year. I had fun with it. So I just wanted to run through a few more highlights. 95 overall, Xavier Rhodes. This guy was the MVP master. Every single team had 91 overall MVP player. You traded in a bunch of stuff to get those players. And then once you got the player, you would also get a trophy. A special MVP trophy. If you completed all 32 of the MVP sets, you get 32 trophies, and you trade him in for this 95 overall Xavier Rhodes. I did that. I got him. Really cool looking card. I remember that guy a lot, and I really liked him. Another thing, this is just a really cool memory I have. I remember this vividly. I was in class in the morning. I forgot what time, but it was sometime in the morning. I'm in class before class starts, and I'm opening up this pack, a Game Changer player pack, and I pull the 88 overall +2 speed Todd Gurley. This card was insane. It's an 88 overall, not great, but the +2 speed made it insane. So as you can see, I do want to mention an extra thing here. I posted him on the auction house for 4.8 million coins, and look at this. I posted him for 4.5 and then 4.8, 1 coin less than that. And he actually shows up on the auction house for that exact price. The second card from the left, 4.5 bid, 4.8 buy now. The auction house worked. These were the good days of the auction house. And then he actually ended up selling, which was insane. I just wanted to toss that in there. I remember that pull a lot. And then I don't know why this is the only picture I have of the domination player. It has some sort of weird filter on it. But the domination player for MM17 was Von Miller. Shout out Beast Gaming. This was a really good card. And again, +5 tackle, +2% coins. The player boost, so good. After that, the gridiron player for MM17 was a Julian Edelman card with +5 catching, +3 awareness, which was crazy. And then the mobile master, Rob Gronkowski, with +5 catching, +5 strength. 3 crazy cards right there, all of which made my legacy team, which you see right here. I ended up having a Jordan Howard at halfback, Herman Moore, who I believe was a 97 overall. That was a crazy good card. And I believe the overalls for individual players were capped at 99 in this year. We had a 102 offense, 104 defense that you see right here. We got an Eric Berry on there. We got a Deion Sanders 4th of July player, which was crazy. And then we had a 100 special teams with more 4th of July players. That was a 103 overall team. I think we do some season score stuff here. I got completely maxed on season score this year. The only thing left there were objectives, which were just unlimited. Got 19 tickets earned is what they did that year. After that, Madden Mobile 18. This was my best year of Madden Mobile. This is where I was had the highest overall, not just because the overalls went higher, but relative to what you could have been, this was my best year. So let's get straight into it. First thing, long shot was a thing. We had a story mode. It wasn't great, it wasn't amazing, but it was cool, it was interesting, and it was in the game. We had a story mode, which is pretty cool. Also, we had weekend tournaments. These were crazy. You got to draft your team. Most of the time, I think you drafted your team. Sometimes you didn't. There were certain challengers or themes to each weekend's tournament, and you had to get 15 wins to get the max rewards. These were amazing, and they are coming back for MM21, which I'm really excited for. We also again had golden tickets, which were awesome. And then Conquerors. If you remember Conquerors, this was a massive thing. Conquerors is basically a bunch of live events that were super difficult to do, almost impossible to do. But if you were able to complete all of them, you got 120 overall Marshawn Lynch. Crazy card. Really good. One of the best halfbacks in the game. Especially with his boost. +5 strength and +5 trucking. That is insane. That's really good. And then we also had Bosses. I thought I'd throw this in here. Bosses was a promo that I thought we were going to get this season in MM20. We didn't, but we did get it last year, and it was really fun. 120 overall players. That brings me to my legacy team. I did have at quarterback, I think, a Michael Vick, which was better than the Mayfield, but I wanted the Mayfield on my team because that's who I played with, because I played with a righty quarterback. You can see the offense there. We got the Mayfield, we got Marshawn Lynch right there. We got a bunch of boss players. One thing to note, I'll go over to the defense. One thing to note is that none of their, first of all, I don't believe Domination and Gridiron were even in the game this year, and the Mobile Master isn't on my team because it became completely irrelevant. 128 offense, 129 defense with another Sean Taylor on there, and then a 127 special teams, giving me a 128 overall team. That year was insane for me, and that was my first account. I actually had a second account that was either 124, 125 overall. Here's my season score. I had 23 points earned, and that brings us to Madden Overdrive. Not Madden Mobile 19, but Madden Overdrive. Not much happened, so here's my legacy team. I pretty much played for 1 or 2 or 3 fading months at the beginning, and then I played, completely normally for 1 month at the end of the year. This ended up being my legacy team, 100 overall team. Had quite a couple of powerline players. We had a Steve Atwater, a Sean Taylor linebacker card. Yeah, and that was Overdrive. Pretty boring. But then there's this year, and I do have a few things from this year. MM20, I played for maybe a month or 2 at the beginning, took 6 months off, and then came back, and I've been back for a while. Here's some highlights. First promo that I really got into was Easter. Out of the Crystal Egg live event, I pulled, I believe on back-to-back days, the 98 Willie Lanier, and then the Diamond 2 Egg 3. 2 insane pulls, and then out of the Diamond 2 Egg 3, I got this Rob Gronkowski. And if you haven't seen my video on opening these eggs, you should definitely go check that out. This was an insane pull, especially since I was kind of new to the game. I didn't really my team was terrible, so I didn't really have a good judge of what's an insane pull, what's not, but this was a crazy pull. These Easter eggs were crazy. After that, I wanted to put this in here. The greatest snipe that I have ever gotten in the history of Everness, for me at least. 2 million coins for Nnamdi Asomugha, and then I sold him for 5.4 something mil. I profited exactly 3 million coins. If you haven't seen my video on that, make sure you go check that out as well. But I wanted to toss that in there. One of my most awesome moments playing MM. And then after that, toss this in here. I did a 30 million coin snipe away. That gave away over 30 million coins and over 300 max badges. It ended up being, I wasn't really planning on doing that, and then I had the idea and I was like, you know what, let's do it. I did it, and so my team is not as good as I was hoping that it was going to be. That's basically the explanation. I did this big snipe away. If I hadn't have done that, I think my team maybe could have gotten maxed. And I'm not talking just 105, I'm talking maybe getting up to the max power as well. But that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments some memorable moments that you had playing Madden Mobile in the past. I'm really interested to know were there some crazy pulls that you had? anything like that. Let me know what your favorite Madden Mobile was. But this is the end of Madden Mobile and the beginning of Mobile Madden, because instead of having Madden NFL Mobile and then the number, we are having Madden NFL 21 Mobile. Just slapping the mobile on the end. So Mobile Madden instead of Madden Mobile is what it's going to be, but I think that's going to be a good thing in the end. I do want to mention as well that I am going to be making another video, or at least I plan to make another video, where I kind of do an overview or review of this year's team. For me, I'll go through the progress that I made in the time that I did play, look at my team, show some players that I like, stuff like that. But for this video, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you next time.